Go! Mission 1, start!
You have any room to talk about how other people don't care about the show?
Okay! Thank you! Heavy machine gun! Thank you! Thank you!
It's like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Okay!
hasan,
Yeah,
so that
but
they can target the people that they don't like, and that's the only thing that they can use.
yeah, it just doesn't make any sense ultimately because I understand why Fox News would do that, right? But I hate that liberals also lean into it because if you're a liberal media outlet, like, I mean, please weigh this stuff evenly. You know what I mean? Weigh this stuff with what like Laura Loomer has said. You know what I mean? Like they wrote about Laura Loomer getting on Donald Trump's airplane one time. It was like a week's worth of coverage, and then they they actually have written positively
Okay,
about her.
in their defense, I think everyone's a little scared of Jigsaw. So
Well, I'm not, but-
I think, I mean, I will bravely admit that that would jump scare me
Yeah,
if I ever had to see that.
she is heinous.
Yeah.
I apologize for nothing. I meant exactly what I said. And I think that these borders should be defended with lethal force whenever it's being invaded by 40 to 60,000 people at the same time. That's an incredibly dangerous thing for all the people that live in that country. And I don't think that a government has an obligation to allow a bunch of invaders to pour over and potentially kill their own citizens. I find this to just be horrible. And ultimately, it should be stopped. Also, there are a lot of other patterns. Like I'll give another parallel to this as well. Is that in a lot of gang culture, what they do, and this is of course nothing.
He's like, I used to be in a gang. I think I would know. Every fucking topic he talks about, he's like a pro at. Who does that remind you of?
Gang anthropologist.
No, you don't understand. He knows a lot about the street.
Yeah. Let me tell you about gang culture, guys.
He used to be in a gang. I can't imagine anyone like letting him join their gang.
Culture. Everybody knows in gang culture, this is how it goes.
Monoliths, but many of people like this, what they do is they'll use children to commit crimes because they know the children will not be sentenced in the same way that an adult will be. And what my biggest argument for all
What?
this is that
Those children too. Like he's just like, guys, you don't understand. I have a very consistent position on this. Like, I think most of the children should be. This is crazy.
What even is his position? We need to shoot or imprison all the children.
Yeah, in gang culture, you guys don't understand. They use children to do crimes because they get less penalties, less punishment. So we should actually up the penalties for the children as well.
generally, and I know people might not believe this. I actually think most people do believe this, but the people that don't like me don't believe this, or they don't want to. Is that I think that I really do have the most moral and ethical position on this. Because the polygamy
That's how like diluted he is. Like he really thinks he's got the best take. Oh dang.
is an incentive. You also drive a behavior. And in my opinion, if you don't capitulate to this emotional blackmail, you also don't allow yourself, you don't allow these people to.
Wait, the incentive is not the lack of a more severe penalty. The incentive should be on the front end, which is to solve the socioeconomic factors that cause children to go into a life of crime early on. That's not. What an insane way! What an insane solution to every problem. Where it's just like, well,
Just people you don't like. Duh.
just children. Like that's awesome. I love that he said my most moral position. I'm just like Jesus Christ, who would have also advocated to do child to side.
Target and victimize these children by using them as.
So, but you're advocating to kill them. Like, what do you mean? You've given up on saving any of these kids. You want to kill them. What a psychotic.
You don't understand. You just don't understand how moral he is, okay?
Yeah, I forgot. He wants to morally murder children.
I feel like this is the equivalent of like playing Undertale and then like picking the genocide route and then being like, you guys don't understand. This is actually the most moral route.
This is the type of shit that you see in like movies. Like this is villain shit. Like this is what if I saw a villain in a movie say things like this, I'll be like, oh, come on, no one likes this. Like you are too far-fetched with your writing. This is ridiculous. Too on the nose. He's like guy whose moral position is murdering as many people as possible. Incredible.
Baggage and unfortunately shock troopers in order to accomplish a goal. So, for example, if these kids were being charged as adults, the entire tool that these people were using.
Yeah, it's the trolley problem, but there's children on both sides of the rails, and Ads is like, how do I hit both of these rails at the same
I want to get
time?
multi-track drifting. Let's
Yeah.
kill as many as I can.
Yeah, let's just.
That these gangs were using of having children commit crimes on their behalf. His tool would affect.
Like, I loved it in his, like, why I got banned unjustifiably video. He just created a new hypothetical where there's more children to be murdered.
He's like, I forgot to mention, I also think that the kids of gang members, they should also be. I forgot to mention that.
Basically anybody,
That's dope. Like,
It's so
any
sad,
person of
like, it's all
color.
By signaling, like his position is straight up just, well, I'm the only one that can think clearly around here and recognize that we need to solve this problem.
Yeah.
It's like, no, the problem is that killing the children isn't going to actually do anything. It's not going to solve the problem that is kids in gangs.
sounds like a woke to me. Yeah, you're
True,
the
true.
typical lip
All right,
chat.
sorry.
Yeah.
All right, you got me on that one. All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Could be rendered ineffective. But we don't want to do that because it makes people sad to put kids in jail.
Yeah, that's what the
But
problem
from my perspective, is that it makes me sad to see kids that were abused, that are trafficked, and that are put into these situations.
Dude, what are you saying? Your solution is murdering them, though. So, like, what? Like, is that the most
It makes
moral
me
decision?
so sad to see them alive.
Yeah, it makes me sad. It's much better to just. It's so funny, dude. He's like, and I love that his perspective, which is awesome, and he has not thought this through at all, and I know for a fact he hasn't, is that the only reason why we give lesser sentencing to children is not because like their prefrontal cortex hasn't developed yet, not because they don't have like a firmly established sense of morality yet, because they haven't like they're not like they can't consent for the same reason as well. Like none of those reasons are pertinent in this decision. It was just a bunch of people who were being woke. Like when people were
like,
when
it's so
Magna Carta,
sad.
when they were writing Magna Carta, they was like, oh, I would love to be woke. I love wokeness. Oh, due process, sir. The peak of wokeness.
It just makes me so sad to see people in prison.
Like I want to look up like when lesser sentencing for minors was invented. You know what I mean? Lesser sentencing for minors invented when? Let's see.
It's also not a good way to build a society to just throw a bunch of people in prison immediately on their very first offense.
Yeah, it's the 1980. So ancient and medieval law for centuries, children were tried and punished under the exact same harsh legal standard as adults, facing branding, flogging, or execution for minor infractions. I love that Asmongold's attitude on this is literally Hammurabi level. Like he's like, we got to go back to medieval times where no one bathed. Okay, where you know, a tooth infection can take you out at the age of 36 if you're lucky if you make it that
Listen, that
far.
was back when everyone was just like him. You don't understand,
Yeah.
all right? He wants to return.
Yeah. The 1899 shift, the Cook County Juvenile Court in Chicago opened up in 1899, marking the formal separation of youth units. That was woke. In 1899, that's when woke came in. Okay? When woke came in and ruined everything. We could just children back then.
Seems like
Let's just flog them.
let's get a couple
Let's not-
floggings,
That's
all
woke.
right?
See? It's woke. You want to just flog them? You have to kill them. That's awesome. That's dope, man. Thank you.
Because the people that are truly and profoundly evil, the people that know this, know that they can use these children because they can co-opt and use your morality.
Again, I cannot stress this enough. You don't care about the safety, security of these children because your argument revolves around murdering them, or at the very least, trying them as adults in a court of law, and usually just murdering them. So obviously, you can't make the argument that you care about the children's welfare. This doesn't make any sense.
Somebody against you so they can push their own evil designs. And I think that you do have to reject this in its entirety in order to have a society that isn't ruled by evil, inversion, and other types
Yeah.
of just completely.
Yeah, society should be ruled by non-evil people who are advocating for the murder of children. And the only way that we can make sure the society is not evil is if we children is again. No, that's the evil position. If society was ruled by you, this would be an evil society.
Horrible people. And ultimately, you do have to sometimes make hard decisions like that. But ultimately, making a hard decision
How
like that should
magnanimous.
never.
How magnanimous of him to make the hard decision. I cannot stress enough. People might be tuning in recently or something, and you're thinking like, oh, he's like talking about sociology, like he's talking about how to show compassion. No. The thing that hinges this entire conversation around the underlying point is he wants to murder kids.
There's
He's
no one that like
justifying-
believes that the reason we don't kill children or try them as adults is because it makes us
It's just
feel
woke.
bad.
No, it's woke. That's what it is.
Like that's the dumbest
Yeah,
thing
because
ever.
woke. It made us feel bad in 1899. It's awesome. This is so sick. I can't believe this guy's
He's lost it,
the
man.
intellectual gladiator of the right. I love it.
That's my alarm. I'm supposed to get up. It's 2:46.
He's reapplying the grease.
And so, excuse me on that. You do have to make these hard decisions. You do have to do things that are obviously, sometimes not the nicest things in the world. But I think that in order to do that, you do that in the goal to preserve a culture that is the best place that you want to live in the world as well. So
No, I don't think that's a good culture. I don't think like these are the guys who will also say this about like the Mayans, you know what I mean? Like ancient like indigenous civilizations, like they would murder their young, like how barbaric. And now he's advocating for that in 2026.
You don't understand. It's to protect his culture, and by culture I mean his bacterial cultures that exist inside his house.
This problem that I have, I don't think that I've said anything wrong. I think that a lot of people actually.
He never does.
And I think that the way that we've taken military action in the past, things like, for example, World War II, would indicate that actually this is not.
When he says we, he means he's like, yeah, remember when we took action against Jewish children and so the children of socialists and communists and the Roma people and the disabled children,
And the queer people.
Yeah, queer people. Military actions such as that against people and also their children.
To protect the culture.
Yeah, we should preserve the culture of Germany. That's just what is the World War II military justification for murdering children, man? What the? It's unbelievable.
Much an objective reality that some people would make it out to be. And again, these are the same people that have no problem using children as props and having them, like groomed by adults, about their gender, taking them to ICE protests, putting them directly in danger.
What?
Because there are rioters and criminals and violence there.
Now he's even got more kids to kill.
He's like,
What is happening?
the kid that protest,
He's
dead.
literally like, I don't just want to kill the adults that are doing this stuff. I want to kill children that are at ICE protests, that are, maybe protesting outside of the reflecting pool. Like, children that have touched the reflecting pool also deserve. Are there any kids that Admiral doesn't want to kill? What the is going on? This is the gift that keeps on giving. He just keeps expanding on which children should die.
Dude, I wonder what he's gonna pick up next.
Yeah, he was like Moroccan refugees from Sudan.